Hey guys, and welcome to the channel here. It's your girl Cita here for Mommy Corner Monday, and I just wanted to talk about last week's episode that Faye talked about working out, finding ways to work out. And I feel like she made very, very valid points, but there was just a special particular mother that I felt like she missed out on in her reference of working out. And I would say that as a new mom or a mom with younger, smaller children, and that's where I come in. Because right now, it's harder for me to work out. And with retrospect of, for one, if my kids if my kids are sick, I don't actually get a chance to work out because that means they're not sleeping through the night. That means if they're not sleeping, I'm not sleeping. And just being a mom in general, you usually don't sleep, especially if you have young babies or like newborns or even just little older babies. I would like to talk about in retrospect of the mommy with the small children, because that's the category I fall into. So I'm learning now that even though I'm getting back into my workout regimen where I can usually start one, get onto it, do it for a little bit, and then something as far as like if the kids are sick, then I'll fall out of my routine, or just if things get crazy with work, then that'll backtrack. But usually, mainly when I'm doing a workout regimen, my regimen will get thrown off because of life, more so my kids. So I do want to say, there's a couple of things that I do want to say. I want to say, don't beat yourself up, because that's what I'm currently doing myself. And I had this conversation with a friend from work, and she's a new mom as well, and our kids are around the same age. And she told me, she goes, Cita, normally if you're going to do it, you would do it. So if you didn't get sleep that night because, you were up with your kids, your body, you needed that sleep. So you need to honor the rest that you need to get in order to do it. So, yes, granted, you do need to make time. I do like the fact that she pointed out to be able to make that time just with a spouse, because I think that's cool in retrospect, because even before I had my boys, I would, call my husband and say, hey, I'm going to go to yoga, if you need me to come home, or is there something you need me to pick up when I'm done, stuff like that. So he'd be like, nah, just whatever, I'll see you when you get home. And it changed a little bit in a dynamic of when I got off of work, I would really rush straight home to see him. But at the same token, I needed to focus on myself, of just taking care of myself. So he would say, if I would be coming home, I'm like, oh, is there enough time I could catch a yoga class before I go home? And I called him like, hey, you guys okay? Do you need anything? You want me to come home? And he would be like, that Spick's coming down the stairs, don't mind her. And he would be like, no, you're fine, just go ahead and go. And in retrospect, now there's a 7 o'clock yoga class in the morning on Tuesdays, which sometimes is... Sorry, I ran out of space on my iPad. So I'm going to do this portion from my phone. But I think I like this view and this angle. The light looks good. Anywho, that's what I was saying, is that I don't want you to beat yourself up over the fact if you cannot get out to work out. It's fine. It's going to take a process and some time to be able to figure out what's going to work best for you to get back into the swing of things. And then I also want to say, please don't rush to get back into getting that snap back, because it'll come back. Because then also you have to think about, it took 9 months to put all that weight on, and you literally grew and birthed a human. It's gonna come off. I promise you, it's gonna come off. And then even if so, that means it's just a little bit that you have to work out just to get that little bit down. So, I mean, in retrospect, you will be fine. You will be okay. But my also thing is, enjoy the time that you have with your kids. Because, this moment that you have, you won't get it again. So, if you're too busy trying to run out and get the snap back, or just trying to do anything and everything, just to enjoy this time, because this itty bitty piece in motherhood that you could be missing out on because you're too busy doing other things, do that. Enjoy just being a mom. So I just wanted to say, getting back into the swing of things, that will come in due time. And then also, I noticed for me, now that I'm back at work, it's easier for me to do a workout regimen versus if I was being at home. But also, I do notice that for me, if I was to be at home, the way I would be able to work out is if I got up earlier. So it's just learning what your inch would be, so that way you can gain that mile, if that makes sense. Because she says time management. She talks about time management. Of course, time management, that's key and that'll help. But just knowing your lifestyle and what will work best for you. So the one she did mention that I did think that was pretty cool was like, okay, if you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook for 20-30 minutes, kind of, yeah, you could have did something. But sometimes, I mean, as a new mom, you just need a fucking break. I mean, sometimes you just need to just sit down somewhere because you're too busy running around to begin with anyway. And then sometimes you're just too damn tired to fucking do shit because you're tired. You're up. The baby's not sleeping. The baby may be sick. Like, so don't beat yourself up in trying to get out in this workout regimen. And if you miss a day or miss 2 days, miss a week, you miss 2 weeks, it's okay. You'll figure it out and you'll start your regimen back in, start it back up, and you'll be okay. So then at some point you will have that snap back and that body you so desire. But don't beat yourself up in the process, because all that's going to do is stress you out. And stress is not good for anyone, nor your body, because stress does crazy things to your body, like make you fat. I hate to say it like that. Oh, I hate to say it like that. But, I mean, sometimes that's necessary, but still. So, this is Cita here, just wanting to say, for the new mommies or the mommies with strong children, that baby strength is something else. Let me tell you, okay? But with young little ones, that it's okay, and that in due time you will find a workout regimen that works for you. And don't rush it. If it's, I don't want to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because that's not the correct term. The term I want to use is if you constantly keep forcing something, sometimes that means it's not the right time for you to do it. So everything will work out, ebb and flow, ebb and flow, ebb and flow, and you'll get into it. It's your girl Cita here for Mommy Corner Monday. And don't sweat it, mama. You got this.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.